Oh, this is my topic. And look at this. 5-minute breathing workout is going to lower your blood pressure as much as exercise or drugs.
Oh, wow.
Now, you see this guy. He's got this device.
He's got something on his nose, too.
Well, he's plugging his nose so it can't contribute or help him at all. This was a study.
Okay.
It came out of a university in Colorado.
And he's like blowing into...
I'm trying to remember which one it is. What's the name of the university in Colorado? Yeah, you were going to go there, Will. Don't recall? Boulder. Yeah, Boulder, Colorado. Anyway, they got these devices that what they do is they make it harder to breathe. Now, you may have heard of this before where someone will be doing some really extreme type of training and they will actually use a device to limit the amount of oxygen they're getting.
Okay.
In order
to perform at the same level.
Exactly.
Yeah.
To push your cardio even further. The way this works is, I guess it's kind of similar, but you do so with a device that is able to extend each breath by constantly adjusting resistance depending on how much pull you have left at different points in the breath. So like if you take a breath, there's a point at which you can't
take any more in.
Your diaphragm has all these like little muscles and things in it, and it's actually a strength. It's a thing that you can develop. Now, of course, if you're doing plenty of vascular exercise, you're breathing hard all the time.
Right.
You can breathe so hard that you're actually sore the next day. If you're doing the type, you know about this type of exercise.
Well, I actually don't. I really need to start working out. This is a wake-up call, this article right here.
I appreciate the transparency.
Mo goes to Boulder.
Yeah.
I appreciate the transparency. So this device is constantly limiting the airflow, so you have to really push your diaphragm muscles to get the air in.
Right.
You're supposed to take like 30 breaths, and essentially it makes your breathing muscles stronger, like weightlifting. That's crazy, right? You never think about that. You're like, wait a sec, the muscles involved in breathing. And so what they wanted to do is see if they could come up with an alternative treatment for lowering blood pressure. And they wanted to see if possibly this technique could have that effect. And they have some decent results that came out of this particular study. And it can be a very low amount of time you actually have to do it.
Oh, so instant results.
Working out just 5 minutes daily via a practice described as strength training for your breathing muscles lowers blood pressure and improves measures of vascular health as well as or more than aerobic exercise or medication. That's nutty.
Yeah.
So it's like the magic of aerobic exercise may have something to do with breathing.
Yeah.
And you ever think about that? You think about stress. You think about the body. You don't breathe like that. You don't practice breathing.
No, not me.
No, I just mean in general.
Yeah.
You're taking these short little air sips all day.
Air sips? That's good.
And then you're like, why do I feel like crap?
Yeah.
You're like, why am I so stressed out? You're like, why do I have this hard out today?
Okay.
In the United States alone, 65% of adults over the age of 50 have above normal blood pressure, putting them at a greater risk of heart attack or stroke. Yet, fewer than 40% meet the recommended aerobic exercise guideline. Of course, you just go do the aerobic exercise as well if you want. I know you were saying you're going to get on a treadmill or whatever it is. You can do that too. But this is 30 minutes per day at a low resistance. Like that's no big deal.
Crazy.
30 inhalations per day. They actually determined that high resistance they thought worked better. So 30 inhalations per day at high resistance, 6 days per week, can reap cardiovascular, cognitive, and sports performance improvements. The new study, they recruited 36 people, healthy adults between the ages of 50 and 79 with above normal blood pressure.
Okay.
And they were assessed 6 weeks later, and their blood pressure dropped just on this regimen. And apparently it exceeded the outcome if they were to just all of a sudden introduce a regimen of walking at least 30 minutes a day.
Right.
So in other words, this was better.
Yeah. If you got 30 minutes, this performs better than just...
If you got 30 minutes a day, which is what they say you need, then do this instead. This is initial findings.
Of course.
I mean, obviously walking comes with some other things.
Yeah.
like you're.
But you know this. You're really into the breathing.
You're moving
and
around.
stuff.
I love the breathing. I'm
Yeah.
into the breathing. So they also saw 45% improvement in vascular endothelial function, which is the ability for arteries to expand upon stimulation. You know why this matters. You want your arteries to expand. You don't want to have any kind of clot, any type of stroke, any type
Right.
of... It's all these type of things that'll get you, Mo.
Yeah.
These things will get you.
Yep.
You got to start thinking about it. At your advanced age,
Well, no, I actually do need to think about it. Everybody needs to think about this.
no, but
good for your
eventually, but
health.
especially at your age.
At my age, to start thinking about it,
He's the youngest out of all of us.
No, I'm saying it's a critical moment right around 30 years old. It's a critical. Some people go this direction, some people go that
I
direction.
see what you're saying.
Because you're riding on youngness.
Yeah.
You're riding on
Oh, I
metabolism.
can throw anything in this body right now.
You're riding.
Yeah.
You're riding along. You wake up in the morning, I'm a young man. And as soon as you hit 30 years old, you're an old man. There's a day.
I know.
It happens-
Yesterday I was asking you, I was like, when's
Yeah.
the last time you woke up at 100%?
No.
And you're like, it's been years since
You
that's
crazy?
happened.
No. There's life before 30 and life after. That's it. And so anyway, it's all downhill. So you got to start to take care of it. There's all types of maintenance that comes with it.
Okay.
Anyway, this study is really cool. If you can fix something without needing medication, if you can get better health with just a little bit of breathing, that's pretty cool. But this device does give you the resistance you need, like lifting weights, but for your lungs. And so I'm going to just mix it up. I'm going to make things even more dynamic. I went on the website and ordered it.
Whoa.
I ordered this device, and I got the best one because
Of course.
I want to try this out.
What's it called? So I can look it up.
It's
for
called
the
Power
audience.
Power Breathe, and I realize this is a bit extreme, but I got really curious about it. And my blood pressure's okay and whatever else. But I was thinking, imagine, because there's so many people talking about breathing, right? Wim Hof and these types.
Yep.
There's so many people, meditation, psychological health, like breathing is always playing a role.
Always, yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, and plus I play sports, right? I know how good I feel after I've had a hard
Breathing session?
ultimately.
Yeah.
I get all kinds of endorphins and things going on. I'm just, I'm feeling great. My energy is boosted and everything else. So I ordered the K series, maximize lung volume and boost performance in 4 weeks.
Wow.
I got the K series Power Breathe, and this will be tracking my progress. So
Oh, it tracks it? So it's got like an app? and
there's an
everything?
app and everything that goes with it. And so you train 30 breaths twice a day. And you can see why their new device, this K series on the left, by the way, this is not sponsored or anything.
This is just you
No,
found something.
I'm just reading the thing and I thought it was cool and I wanted to try it out. But the Power Breathe K series is represented on the left. It's a cool piece of tech because it's when you have a constant loading device, which was the old-fashioned ones. Scroll back up, Will. I'm just reading on the. I want the graph there.
Yeah. It's just looking myself.
You just got curious about it. Yeah, when constant loading is used, because there are cheaper ones, it would be like $100, but it's just a spring. It's not very smart.
Right.
When those ones are used, you kind of have to stop your breath a little bit early as the load starts to exceed the strength of your inhalation muscles. So you'll cut the breath short.
Oh, okay.
The one on the left, the variable loading series, which is the one that I ordered,
Will adjust.
is constantly adjusting the resistance to whatever the capability is and whatever's left in there to be able to pull so that you can actually go a little bit further and reach your inspiratory vital capacity, your actual full lung capacity.
Wow.
So anyway, I'm going to be goofing around. It's not cheap. Will's showing the price right now. I know this is like an insane gadget. And people in the chat are absolutely right. What you should be doing is just breathing techniques because it's free.
Yeah.
And you can just do a meditation segment and everything else. This is more like the tech side of me.
Yeah.
Curious about it. And I do know people in my life who have blood pressure issues as well.
Right.
And I was thinking that this could be kind of a cool experiment to see if it actually has any effects. And what those effects are. So I don't know. I'll update on this show. I'll let you know how things are going. But Will, you got to take the price off. It's very
No, just for the audio listener, it's around what, $650 US?
okay. But
You shouldn't be ashamed of it.
well,
I mean, it's the
but
price.
you did pick the number one most
Yeah.
premium one. So you can see even in the K series, it goes as low as $291.
Yeah.
There's different levels to it.
I'm curious about
And
it.
then
Like,
the non-K series, goes down to like $100
okay.
if you just want to goof with it. But also,
Tell me how it is.
well, you'll see. I mean, I'm going to put it beside my desk. I'll just be using it.
Sound like Darth Vader?
Well, it's only 30 consecutive breaths, and then you put it down. Right? It's 30 consecutive breaths. You put it down. I'm going to do it twice a day.
Cool.
And I'm going to track the capacity and see if there's any sports performance improvements or any vitals that change for me, lowering of blood pressure, anything like that. I'm going to be on top of it.
Cool.